Okay, Jeremy. First swing of the day. Slow motion. Okay. Please note that when your shoulders stopped turning, you just kept swinging. All right? So, your swing's too long. And it's out of control. Okay? Let's look at your swing from down the line. We talked about a couple of things last week on your backswing.
Yeah.
Please note your right arm position. It would be easier for your right arm to fold if you dropped it at the elbow a little bit when you started. Okay? Let's take you back. Posture and everything is excellent. Position 2, perfect. Now you want to cock your left wrist straight up. You want to continue to extend your left arm. You want to get to a position when the shaft is parallel to the ground, that it's parallel to the target line. So what I want you to note here, that when you're parallel to the ground, you're well inside the target line. And if I go back to the beginning and draw one more line, which is your shaft plane, you're going to note that you're well under your shaft plane. Okay. So, there you are. Okay? Now, if I put a Tour Pro beside you, and you watch Immelman take the club back, you will note that when he is in position 3, you can really see the difference in how his wrist cocks.
Yeah.
So, you basically have taken the club, in English, too far inside, and you're going to be way off playing. Now, we have discussed, people say, well, Jim Furyk's off playing on the backswing, and so is Lee Trevino, and that's fine, they are, and they then correct it on the downswing. But why would I teach a recreational golfer to do that? It doesn't make sense. Only if it was a change that was so difficult that it would take you 2 or 3 years to get, would I consider doing that. Now, he's actually a little bit steep to his plane.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're the opposite of him. Okay? See how low you are? Okay? So if you look at where Immelman is at this point, he's a little bit steep to his plane, which is actually a pretty good contrast, and you're flat to your plane. Okay, let's continue to take him up to the top of his backswing. Okay. Okay, let's continue to take you up to the top of your backswing. Now, I want you to note that you lay the club off in the corner. That promotes a shot that goes to the right. Okay? Please note where he is. He's right. He's exactly where he should be. If he continued to turn a little more, his shaft would be parallel to the ground. If you continued to turn more, your shaft would be more off in the corner. So we do want the shaft to be on plane at all times. Okay? All right. So let's continue with you and some of the things that we worked on today. There you go. So, what we're looking for, Jeremy, is the biggest shoulder turn you can make and the shortest arm swing that you can make. This is a desirable position for all tour pros. Now, everybody has a different physical makeup. Please note the contrast here as to where you were in the first one. All right? So, that's simply an overswing. That's a swing that's out of control. That's a swing that will not hit the ball straight. Okay? This is the swing you want. Okay? As wide as you can. I did compliment you on your ability to turn around your fixed axis point or central axis point. You've done really well with that. Very good flexibility. Okay? So, this is a bigger swing than this. Even though this is a longer swing. This is a swing that's more taut. Okay, and also more in control. Okay, so let's continue. Now we were working on some things in your backswing. Again, I would ask you to just drop your right elbow slightly It's not really important, but it would help you to fold your right arm a little more readily. Some people do, some people don't. Okay, so you need to be cocking your left wrist up, 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 up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see how you're still way inside. You're even more inside than you were before. Okay? Now, that's supposed to be the improved version. That's far from it. Okay? But that's you when you're not thinking about your swing. Okay? Here's the same one. Now, I have a glove on you now that has a block in it. Now, that is to help you learn how to keep your left forearm flat to your hand. Okay? Which with a proper grip will ensure that your club face, just remember your left hand is your club face. And you need to control your left hand, which controls the club face. So you want to be square at the top. You want the face to be 45 degrees to the ground. Now, if you're cupping your wrist, it ends up the toe ends up being at the ground. Okay? And that's an open position at the top. So again, we don't want you to play with compensations. So just remember, that's why I have that glove on you. You can design something at home.
Put like a credit card in there.
Okay, so there you go. Still overswinging. Okay? So here's the last few. Big shoulder turn. You cannot have your arms far enough from your body. Let's put it that way. This is absolutely fantastic what you're doing here. Very good. That is an ideal backswing right there. Okay, so that's what you need to emulate. So remember, the end of the grip needs to be pointing at your target line at all times unless the shaft is parallel to the ground. Okay? You want the widest swing you can make. So you want the biggest shoulder turn and the shortest arm swing. That's fabulous. Okay? Let's look at this one now. Now, I put a little bit of a block back here so you wouldn't go back too far. Okay? Which I think is a good idea for everybody to have something. You know, if you're trying to shorten your backswing, then and I put the noodle there, well, you're going to know when you start to go too far because you're going to hit the noodle. So that's fabulous backswing. Always make sure your right forearm is parallel to your spine. So it's hard to tell from these angles, but you know what parallel to your spine is. Watch you don't get your arm out there. Okay?
A little bit over there, but nice.
Yeah, okay? And you are, yes, you're coming down a little steep, which is what I want to get at in the next lesson. Okay, questions?
No.
Are you clear?